Hey there, bots and babes. Welcome to the long-awaited 37th edition of the MSTie Minute. As most of you probably saw, I was out of town last week. I was in LA for the filming of MST3K Season 12. I got to visit the set, and of course I can't say much of anything, but it was amazing. I think you guys will be happy. The recording I did see was hysterical. Watching the actors interact with each other was really just amazing. So you guys will love it, and if you don't, that's too bad, because I know I'm going to love it. And yeah, so season 12, it is it's been filmed, it's wrapped, so to speak. Now we're in post-production, and obviously the other big news is we have tour sign, 30th anniversary tour happening in the coming fall time in October and November. Lots of places, Minneapolis, Dallas, Austin, I think I'm going to Boulder, Washington, D.C. I mean, like, the list goes on and on and on. So hopefully they're coming close to you, or you're able to travel to one of the cities where they're going to be touring at. One thing I'm going to be doing again this year is trying to coordinate some MSTie meetups to happen before. Pick a small little bar and grill near the theater where folks can meet up beforehand and, meet other MSTies, because to me that's half of what's great about this well, mostly what's great about this fandom is the fans, because we're like family. So again, we have tour sign. Hopefully they're coming close to you. I'll put some links down there, and yeah, that's awesome. So let's do it. Let's dive right into this edition of the MSTie Minute. So speaking of the fans, let's talk about what's happening in the world of the fandom and where you can meet up in person with other MSTies. One thing that happens a lot is in Louisville, Kentucky, they have a MST3K/Rifftrax meetup group. They will be meeting up on June 19th for the encore of Rifftrax Live Space Mutiny, so you'll want to go visit with those folks. In Portland, they've announced their latest meetup. It's going to be Wednesday, June 27th. They're going to be watching Laser Blast. And let's see. Now, here's something, you go see live riffing. There are comedy troupes around the country, and they do live riffing. Coming up on July 3rd, which is a Tuesday, Down in Front in Chicago, will be riffing Pirates of the Caribbean. Cineprov in Atlanta, Georgia on July 7th will be riffing Rocky IV. And if you're in Denver, Colorado, check out the Mile High Movie Roast folks, and they'll be riffing Congo on June 22nd. Our favorite podcast, the Revival League podcast, released another episode where they interview Richard Parks. As most of you should know, he's the one who is in charge of putting together the MST3K trading cards. I actually was in on the interview, and I'm also in on the other stuff. So if you want a Captain Dolphin-packed episode, you'll definitely want to listen to the latest podcast from the Revival League. And don't forget, they have their original radio play. The latest one is Do Rabots Dream of Electric Cheaps by my good friend Rob with 2B's Maynard. It's really funny. Definitely go and listen to it. He has put together there's a director's cut, and you can listen to the whole thing. It's really funny. You want to listen to it, I promise. Let's see, over on the Soulmates podcast, they talked about the KTMA episode of Cosmic Princess, so you'll want to listen there. Robot Co-op, Agonywolf Media. Oh my goodness, hooray, huzzah, opa. If you attended the Rifftrax Live Space Mutiny and you were there 30 minutes before, as you should be, so you can listen to the cool songs and the title cards. The last song that they played, the Soapy the Germ Fighter song, was courtesy of the folks over at Agonywolf Media, Rick Wolf and Nick Evans. So that's really great that they made it nationwide, baby. Yeah. Anyways, so that's really cool. It's a disturbing song because, as you know, Soapy is disturbing. So I'll put a link down to the video so you can check that out. Or be sure and go on Tuesday for the encore of Rifftrax Live Space Mutiny, and you can hear it yourself. Online, there's some folks who get together every Wednesday, including myself, for the amazing Colossal Watch Together guide. This coming week, we will be watching SST Deathflight, the KTMA we're making our way through. The online Watch Together group, of course, meets, pretty much 24/7, but on the weekends we have themes. I don't know what we're going to be watching this coming weekend, but I'm sure it's going to be fun, so you'll want to join in there. And every month, of course, we have the MST3K Postcard Exchange Experiment P. And you can go ahead and sign up for July now and exchange postcards with Misties around the world. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Here's what's happening with the cast and crew and other canon-like things from MST3K. Manos, the Hands of Fate, as we know, is partially famous because of MST3K. Anyways, if you didn't know, there is not only a prequel, but there's a sequel. We'll talk about the sequel first because it has Jackey, Neyman, Jones in it. Manos Returns is out, and I believe will be available for DVD purchase very soon. So, you'll want to go do that, check it out. And Jackie's Hand of Horror, she has a podcast where she talks about all things horror. You'll want to listen to that. There's a Manos coloring book out there if you didn't know and you like to color. Definitely pick that up. And the prequel to Manos Hands of Fate, Manos The Rise of Torgo, is out, and the DVD is available through their website. Let's see, Rifftrax, of course. Thursday was Rifftrax Live Space Mutiny, and they have an encore coming up this Tuesday. Full-length riff, they recently released Sherlock Holmes and the Women in Green with Mary Jo and Bridget riffing through that, and Gamera the Invincible. Some shorts, they have Beginning Responsibility and How to Be a Friend, riffed by Mary Jo and Bridget as well. Let's see, Mary Jo, she has a podcast, the 3rd and 40. This latest one, they talked about the Stanley Cup. Frank Conniff, of course, as you know, he has his books. He's always on Sirius XM, and he has an open riff night that happens once a month at the QED in Astoria, New York. You'll want to check that out if you're in Astoria, New York. The Mads are back, and they're touring, of course, coming up next, June 29th and the 30th in Santa Ana, California. Then they'll be in Columbus, Ohio, July 12th and the 13th, Seattle, Denver, I'll be there, and in Chicago as well. Well, let's see what else is happening here. Oh, you lost yourself. Movie Sign with the Mads. They recently talked about Deadpool 2, one of my favorite movies, and Solo, that Star Wars movie, apparently, blah, blah, blah. Jonah Ray has his podcast, Jonah Radio, that they put out stuff. He will be at Dragon Con in Atlanta coming up. Let's see, Hampton Yount, of course, has his podcast, Suicide Buddies, and he was recently in a Comedy Central sketch, Briggity Bro. You'll want to go check that out. Baron Vaughn will be having a show coming to Comedy Central really soon. The New Negroes will be coming again to Comedy Central. They're, launching pads over there. Felicia Day has a podcast, Felicitations. She will then also be in some Comic-Con. She'll be in Honolulu in August for their Comic-Con. She will also be in Atlanta for Dragon Con, and then Rose City Comic-Con September 7th through the 9th. Grant Baciocco, Toilet Paper, one of his characters, they're going to be doing a tour in California, some areas. I didn't get to see all of the stops, but that looks really cool. I wish I could go see Toilet Paper because he's pretty awesome. So, and then Har Mar Superstar, who is the talented musician who sang the season 11 theme song, he's doing some touring. He's singing Sam Cooke. I know he's touring around the country, so if you're into that, you'll definitely want to check that out. I think that's it for the cast and crew. If you know of a sighting or someplace that they're going to be, let me know. I want to share it so that more Misties can go support, these people. Let's talk about all the fun stuff that is happening over at the MST3K Store.com. Oh my goodness, they have a summer bundle that has all kinds of oven mitts and the things, and the glasses, the robot roll call pint glasses are out. I saw somebody post about them in front of this really cool bar setup. It was yeah, make me a Bloody Mary. So you can get those really cool glasses as well as a bunch of other fun MST3K stuff over at the MST3K store. Zen Monkey Studios has, these great pins. I picked up some, and I'm going to be giving them away soon, I promise. Also, there's some patches that they have. I haven't had a chance to pick up those yet, but you'll definitely want to check out their MST3K patches that they have. And ThinkGeek.com has a collection of MST3K stuff, including a round logo floor mat that, I guess you get to walk on the moon. Literally! Man, I'm good. Anyway, so there are the MST3K trading cards that you can pick up through rrparkscards.com /services. And that's about it for merchandise, I think, and for this edition of the MSTie Minute. If you haven't done so and you would like to, and I would greatly appreciate it, please become a Patreon to help me support continuing to do this and bring you all the latest and greatest in the riffing world. So I think that's it. So thanks for bearing with me while I was out of town, and sorry for the delay, but we're gonna get back on a regular weekly schedule, hopefully. But yeah, that's it. Love and riffs. Captain Dolphin out.